being here and taking the time, and I look forward to your conversation. Time is yours.
Okay, my name is Sharon Lavigne. I'm the founder and director of Rise St. James, a faith-based Christian organization working to protect the air, water, and soil of St. James Parish. I'm a retired school teacher of 39 years. I'm the daughter of a civil rights champion. My father fought for the restoration on the west bank of St. James Parish. Now our homes are at risk for being destroyed by petrochemical facilities. My family have lived on this land for 4 generations. This is a historic free town in this area, and many of our families here are descendants of enslaved people fought for and won independence. And now the petrochemical industry and the state of Louisiana are threatening us. For my talk today, I will focus on Formosa Plastics, a proposed $9.4 billion facility that would emit 13 million tons of greenhouse gases into the air every year. We are threatened by many facilities, including expanding tank farms and several methanol plants. But today I will focus on how we are blocking Formosa. Our governor announced that a statewide stay-at-home order would go into effect on Monday, March 23rd. The order was to begin at 5 p.m. on that day as the majority safety precautions to flatten the curve of COVID-19 pandemic. On that day, as we drove down Highway 18 in St. James and passed the proposed Formosa plastic site, we had to duck in and out of traffic and wait our turn to pass. But on that Monday, workers were installing utility poles and digging on the proposed Formosa site. Even though there was no Formosa trucks and nothing with the company's logo, I knew it was Formosa. No police officer was directing traffic, and Formosa didn't care enough to inform us about what was going on. Formosa's spokesperson, Janelle Fox, had the audacity to say that Formosa values the health and safety of our workforce and the residents of St. James Parish. This is something else that made this digging a concern. St. James Parish is under flood warning because the Mississippi River is dangerously high. Digging within 1,500 feet from the river is illegal right now because the river is over 15 feet. I live right across the highway from the levee. Formosa plastic site is also right across the highway from the levee. It is legal to dig within 1,500 feet of the levee. We cannot bury our loved ones at St. James Catholic Church Cemetery because it is too close to the levee. Yet Formosa can lay utility poles for a plant that would produce throwaway plastics. Even though I knew it was Formosa plastics, I had to prove it. I called our lawyers and others who we worked with, but no one could get confirmation of whether or not it was Formosa. The Army Corps of Engineers told us it was not Formosa. Elected officials in our parish did not know. When our lawyers called Formosa Plastics attorney in New Orleans, they were told that they have to call Taiwan, Formosa's headquarters, to find out what was going on. No one even got back to us. On Wednesday, March the 25th, 2 days after the stay-at-home order began, and on the third day of Formosa construction, I conducted a Facebook Live press conference on the proposed site of Formosa Plastics. 3 sheriff cars came to the site. Notice that no one had tried to stop the construction, but 3 cars came for me. I was able to handle the situation because I knew these officers all of their lives. One of the journalists who watched the press conference called Formosa Plastics and got confirmation from the company that yes, it had started construction on the first day of the stay-at-home order. Formosa Plastics claimed that utilities are an essential service and were not subject to the stay-at-home order. But we all know that distortion of the law. There is nothing essential about building a plant that would produce plastic pellets. The company did stop work and has not done any more work on the site since March 25th. The only reason we stopped them is because we took matters into our own hands and exposed them. If we had not held a press conference on that site, they would still be constructing today. We have lived here in St. James Parish our whole lives, yet residents and public officials were not notified of roadblocks during the biggest public health crisis we have ever seen. Why didn't Formosa Plastic inform the residents, the parish president, the sheriff's office that one of our most important roads would be obstructed for 2 days? We as a community want answers as to why there is a total disrespect for human life, past and present. We found out that there are grave sites that's on the Formosa Plastic sites. Formosa still haven't addressed the multiple concerns and potential grave sites on this property. Our team has discovered that the graves of our ancestors are on that site, yet Formosa email only reference to them as that they can get the permits to move them very quickly and easily. We stopped Formosa Plastic because of our vigilance as a grassroots level. We will continue to work with our financial and legal partners to make sure they remain stopped. All of our focus should be on protecting and ensuring one another's health during this pandemic. If this is the way Formosa Plastics behave when we are fighting for our lives during a crisis, we are more convinced than ever that the company has no place in St. James Parish. One other thing I wanted to say that we have 12 petrochemical plants in St. James on the West Bank in 5th District where I live, within a 10-mile radius. If Formosa Plastic comes into St. James, we will not be able to breathe the air. We are already bombarded with 12. The air is already toxic. We cannot drink the water. We cannot plant a garden. So if they come into St. James, we will not be able to breathe and we will die off. Thank you.